Next on deck with Tim Black.
Could you explain or maybe express how?
Now, unfortunately, man, I am forced to discuss the Abrego Garcia deportation, all because, look, ain't because of me, it's because MSNBC wants to keep on talking about this. We got this Representative Glenn Ivey trying to get into El Salvador to check on him. Got to make sure this non-U.S. citizen is okay. I don't know, when you're there, Glenn, they didn't let Glenn in. They didn't let his ass in. They have no obligation to allow an American representative to come to their country and check on Americans, non-Americans, El Salvadoran prisoners, inmates. Oh. So we got to talk about it only because they're talking about it, and it gives us an opportunity to call BS. Let's go.
How is this different? Because I've been thinking about this case in particular, but some of the others that are very similarly situated. How is this different from when Putin grabs a journalist or some, rogue group in the Middle East grabs an American, and we're sitting here fighting to try to get them back? Our own government did this.
Tim Black's BS Detector.
Tim Black's BS Detector.
Man, let me get this right, man. Just to make sure we understand each other. Michael Steele, the former GOP DNC chair. GOP chair. Well, he's DNC now. I get them mixed up. Yeah. Two parties are very similar in their corruption. Michael Steele is here saying that Abrego Garcia, the non-citizen being deported to El Salvador, is similar to if Putin picking up journalists and disappearing them. It's amazing he didn't say similar to Benjamin Netanyahu and IDF picking off journalists in Israel, picking up in Gaza. Notice he'll never use that as a talking point because, he be in big trouble. But yeah, okay, everybody gets compared to Putin or Hitler. Okay. He says the same thing as if Trump was just disappearing people like Putin. Here's the thing. Abrego Garcia is a Salvadorian national. He entered the U.S. illegally. He ain't supposed to be in America. Me kicking somebody out of my house who I didn't let in, I'm sorry, I have a hard time considering that kidnapping. Because that's what Michael Steele is implying. That Trump kidnapped people. He had people kidnapped. That's crazy talk. He entered the U.S. in 2012 illegally. He lived in Maryland, was granted protection from deportation to El Salvador in 2019 due to gang violence threats. Why? Because he was in a gang. The rival gang wanted him because he'd done some things while he was there when he was in a gang. So he was mistakenly deported to El Salvador, CCOP prison in 2025, despite this protection. Folks, yeah. If they said they were not allowed to deport him there, that was part of the conditions, then it's wrong to deport him there. If you said a court order said you can't send him to El Salvador, and you send him to El Salvador, then Trump was wrong. His administration was wrong. I think MSNBC's Michael Steele and Symone Sanders and a lot of the Democrats, a lot of the liberals, it's got talking points. And they basically try to shoehorn any conversation into this box. Because as it remains, America likes Trump's immigration policy vastly more than it likes the Democrats. Vastly. All right? It's not even close. They're not even in the same. Like, Trump is playing basketball. And the Democrats, they're over here somewhere playing, I don't know, hopscotch? Not the same thing. What are you doing? It's not even a ball in hopscotch. So basket. How could you win, Democrats?
Tim Black's BS Detector.
Our own government snatched him up and put him in harm's way and now refuses to do what it must do and should do to get him back home. Is there any difference in your view as a member of Congress?
He said to get him back home. He wasn't an American citizen. Hey, man, if your name ain't on the lease, it's not your home. If you don't have a lease agreement, it is not your home. Hey, you can argue and say he should not have been deported to El Salvador, but that does not mean he get to come back here. As the old saying goes, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell out of here.
Congress, when you're sitting here and you're getting intel and information on individuals around the globe who've been taken by taken hostage by groups and organizations, and all this energy to try to get them back. I find we're doing the exact same thing here in the U.S. now.
Yeah, we
with our own government, we're petitioning our government to stop seizing people and grabbing them off the streets and putting them in foreign prisons.
Yeah.
This is the part that's killing me.
And don't forget the Venezuelans.
Yeah, where are we going to end up at?
Full of
Michael Steele is here because kidnappers scooping you up in the middle of the night, people getting abducted, that happens. That ain't what happened here. This fool got the process. He got deported. Now, him getting deported to El Salvador is the only part of this that's a problem. If they deported him to Venezuela, the Congo, Mattapony and Bladensburg, Maryland, Haiti, fine. Like, yo, remember, he's from El Salvador. So it was that, we're going to put him in the worst place possible. He is from El Salvador. But the Trump administration admits they shouldn't have sent him to El Salvador only because of what was in the court order originally, okay? But he should have been deported. That's fine. They got grounds to deport him. He's been in America for 10 years. I know our immigration process sucks. 10 years, Johnson? 10? Also, before I go, I'd like to point this out. Michael Steele's probably a good guy. Probably a good man. Probably solid when it comes to he probably could play a game of spades. He probably make a damn good peach cobbler. I don't know. And maybe he has great taste in automobiles. I really don't know. Raynard Jackson, tell me about Michael Steele. Here's the thing. He is horrible at trying to be offended. He actually sits up here and tries to put on a show like he's actually upset. When you act like you are emotional, when you try to be forceful and passionate, it comes across as phony as hell. I'm not buying that you upset at all about Abrego Garcia. What I'm buying is you got some talking points written down on the paper and you're reading them joints. You, sir, are a bad actor. Take classes. Take classes. I don't know, man. But one thing I have to thank you for. I got to thank you for this. And I'm going to leave it here. I appreciate you showing to the world of Democrats that sucking at politics or sucking at points of view or being a bad commentator, being insincere, being unethical is bipartisan because Michael Steele has been a Democrat and Republican. He sucks at this. At this. I'm going to say this. Michael Steele, I believe that you are a DEI hire. Michael Steele is a DEI hire. They hired him because but not because he's a black man. They hired him because he's a former RNC chair. If it wasn't for him being a former RNC chair, ain't no way he gets that job. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, Johnson. Yeah. All right, let's keep it going, Johnson. Keep it going. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, fam. I want to know what you think. Was Michael Steele, did I rate him right on our BS detector? I put him in level 5. Was I going too hard? Give me a 1 if I'm on the money. Give me a 0 if you think, he's a 2 or a 3 or whatever. Let me know.
Perfect. You made it to the end of the video. I appreciate you. Now, Google thinks this next video is going to be perfect for you. It's right up your alley. So click the next video, watch that with me, and let's keep this politics going. You're built for this.